Well, hey there, everyone, and welcome to the VIP Trade Room with Roger Scott and Matt Horton. Today is Monday, January 26th, and my name is Raleigh White, and I'm coming to you live from a sunny but frigid day here in Austin, Texas, and I'm going to be your moderator today. Now, in today's session, Roger is going to be covering a range of important topics with a focus on key things that you need to be aware of. And today's agenda, once again, it's a little abbreviated, but it's going to be a lot of fun. First of all, he's going to kick off with a midday market analysis and the top stocks that he currently has on his watch list. And then he's going to do a deep dive into the major sectors and give us an analysis as to where they are today. And finally, folks, he's going to do a live analysis of your favorite stocks. That's right. Roger's basically going to say, okay, folks, at this point in time, please put in the chat panel the stocks you want me to take a look at. And I will collect those and I'll feed those to Roger one at a time. And these should be stocks that you really are serious about, and just one per person. But anyway, it's going to be a really fun session. Now, if you've got any questions during today's presentation, please type them in the chat window and we'll address them periodically throughout the session so as to not interfere with Roger's presentation. And also, folks, the chat is open to everyone. And remember, we do have some ground rules. Please be kind and supportive in your posts. Number two, keep to the topic. Number three, no political discussions allowed whatsoever. And also, folks, keep your side conversations between a few of you to a minimum, because it interferes with the rest of us as we're looking to hear the education and information that Roger's sharing, because he's here to give us an edge and to help us all become much more consistent and confident in our trading activities. Now, for those of you that may have joined us this morning at 8 o'clock for Roger's pre-market briefing, and I certainly hope that most of you did that, you'll note that there were several catalysts today that we need to keep our eyes on. In chips, we noted that Micron, AMD, and Intel all came into the open down 1%. On the consumer front, we noted that Netflix was up 1% after an upgrade. And in gold, we noted that a couple of the big miners, NEM and FCX, were up 4% coming into the open as gold topped $5,000 an ounce. On the international front, we noted that Nikkei was down about 1.8% coming into the open. So we didn't have much in the way of tailwinds coming from either Europe or Asia. On the Fed front, we have delayed reports that were coming out on durable goods. And once again, Roger's point is, yeah, the reports are coming out, but they're delayed and they probably won't have an impact on the market. And then we had some Chicago Fed data coming out as well. Now, for those of you that wonder, why do we even cover these catalysts? Why is that important to us? Well, from Roger's perspective, he believes that information that is either known or will become known during today's trading session, those represent volatility flashpoints. And from that perspective, you just need to be aware of them. For example, if you're considering trading some chip stocks or consumer stocks or gold stocks, it's good to know what's going on in those areas because it could have an impact on your decision-making process. Now, as far as Roger's pre-market stock watch list is concerned, okay, these are the large caps that he currently has his eyes on, and he gave us 22 tickers this morning. And once again, if you were with us, you know that Roger went through each one of these tickers. He brought up the chart, gave a quick analysis, and then moved to the next one. On the short side, you noted that there were 10 stocks that were there. On the long side, there were 12 stocks. Now, 4 of those stocks, you'll notice that there is an asterisk after them, and that means that those were A-line setups. And for those of you that were with us last week when Roger talked about the A-line, what it is, why it's important, how he trades it, this will really mean something for you. Now, once again, these are stocks that are setting up as possible A-lines. The other thing is this, folks, these are all legitimate tickers that Roger's looking at, but it doesn't mean that he's automatically going to be trading them or recommending that you should be trading them. The important thing here is that they are setting up as potential stocks that he might want to trade either short or long. And if they meet his ultimate criteria for making a selection, more than likely it will appear in the trading pit or it will appear in another one of his premium services. As far as his pre-market thoughts were concerned, the futures markets, they opened up down mildly into the open. We noted that the put call ratio was balanced and the VIX was starting to rise a bit, but still below that critical 18 level. Stocks above the 20-day moving average were slowing and below the 20-day average were pretty neutral. So there was really no directional bias in the market whatsoever. What we did note is that the bonds were moving higher. They were up in their range, just right below a key level of resistance. And that's a good thing because if they continue moving higher, they could pull the market with them. And we did note, and there was a lot of discussion around gold and silver, both of those significantly overextended at this point in time. And as Roger is expecting a pullback in those back to the 8-day moving average before he's going to be recommending any additional acquisition there. He also noted that the QQQ, the SPY, the SMH, and the TSP were all consolidating right there at support, just in a waiting mode. And ultimately, folks, he said, look, it's Monday, all right? Please be cautious. And oh, by the way, from his perspective, he really doesn't look to jump into the market until the afternoon because there's a lot of liquidation that's going on in the market in the morning. So we have a good group of people here today, and Roger's put together, it's a short agenda, but it's a great agenda, okay? He's going to start by giving us the midday market analysis and his top watch list stocks. And then he's going to do a little deep dive into the major sectors, and give us an analysis there. And here's where the fun starts. Every now and then, Roger likes to open the floor and says, okay, folks, give me your favorite stocks, one per person. Okay. Give me your favorite stocks and I'll do a live analysis and we'll talk about it. So this is what we have on top for today. And if you've got any questions, please type them in the chat window. We'll address them periodically throughout the session so as to not interfere with Roger's presentation. Also, remember, folks, that the chat is open to everyone and we do have some ground rules here. Always be kind and supportive in your post. Please keep to the topic. No political discussions allowed whatsoever. Keep your side conversations to a minimum so that the rest of us, okay, can focus on the education and the information that Roger is sharing, because after all, he's here to give us an edge in the market and to help us all become much more confident and consistent in our trading. And with that, let me just go ahead and open the room here. Welcome, everybody. Matt, good to see you, my friend. Nice to
Hey,
see you.
Raleigh.
Hope you had a good weekend.
Had a great weekend.
Good for you. It, as many people in the country have experienced, it got super cold. I woke up this morning, it was 17 degrees outside, and
Jeez.
this is like Minnesota and Austin. I don't know. It's just we're not used to this, and I'm a little bit under the weather today, and I'm going to be here to support you. But I know that David Mound is here as well, and he's going to help out. And Roger, it's good to see you, buddy. I always like
You
that
too.
palm tree in the background because it reminds me that warmer weather is coming.
It is coming. We're about to get this morning when I was in my office, it was like 64, 65 degrees outside. I had a fan on. It was so warm. And then right now I walked out and it's drastically changing very,
Oh
very
yeah.
quickly. And
Man, this
yeah.
this Canadian Clipper boy, or whatever you want to call it, man, it just is moving east there, and it's just kind of knocked us for a loop here for a bit. But anyway, it's great to see you. Happy Monday to you. Interesting looking at this, at the markets this morning. And my questions, Roger. I was there with you this morning at the open, taking a look at things. Bonds were higher. It looked like the major markets were just kind of resting at that key level to support the 8-day EMA. Nothing in the way of Fed reports at all. No major earnings today, but any surprises for you so far today, Roger?
Surprises, yes. I'm surprised that the market is actually behaving this cooperatively this early on. I thought it would actually happen. It wouldn't happen till the end of the day. So I like what I'm seeing, but it's happening a little quicker than I expected, which is always a good sign. But we're right now here. Let me just share my screen here. We're and I do hope you feel better real soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Here, you can see it right here. We were pretty consolidated till a few minutes ago. Finally, we broke out of this move here, and I hope to God Matt starts looking at taking a profit on that SPY position he has. But because yeah, I think it's going to revert right back down right now. There's not a lot of volume coming into the market, as you can see right here. Look at that. Not a lot of volume. Anyways, uh, we're right above the 8-day EMA. This is really nice. I like to see this. This is very nice. But we have much more upside than this. This is just getting us started. I'm actually looking for a nice little pullback. I'm looking to go long a couple of stocks again, but not quite yet. I like to wait till the second part of the day. I'm just looking for a pullback to the VWAP, which is right here. I'm not really looking for a major pullback at this point, but I would like to see a pullback take us down right here. That's what I would really like to see. But so far, so good. Everything is looking very copacetic. I mean, the only thing that's bothering me is the size of these candles. You can see they're relatively small, but we just had a whopper of a candle right here.
Mhm.
Market internals are, I mean, this, you see, this, when I see this all over the place, I don't have a lot of trust in it. Right now, the SPY's going up. The Volt is just kind of holding its ground, but it's not really going down either. ADD started out at 960. Now it's at 242 negative, which is really not that high. Um, I would say we're seeing a lot of the movement as a result of the mags today. The mags are really contributing, and we have earnings this week on the mags. That's really positive. When the mags are moving the market, you're going to have a lot less influence from the Volt. Okay. Because remember, the purpose here is to look at all the stocks in the S&P 500, not to look at 7 large cap stocks. So it's going to be a little. It's not going to be as clear when the mags are leading. Okay, just FYI. So I'm not really loving this right here, but this is telling me that. I mean, you could see right here. You could see right here, QQQ and mags. Look at mags up 0.62 today. They're definitely looking good. QQQ. But as far as the broad market, look at RSP. Look at the small caps. Look at the Dow. So technology, chip stocks, and mags are what's leading today. That's always very good for the market. And folks, you should be able to see this on your own charts. You should be able to have that data on your charts. You should be able to see that clearly. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Okay, just FYI.
The
Okay.
thing that makes me like the upside so much is the VIX.
The VIX is going straight down.
Yep.
Which is very nice. But the bond market is too. And another thing, Matt, that I hope you're taking into account is that we're at the upper crest of the fair value area, which is telling us that fair value is right here, 688.88, and we're at 693. This is the highest traded volume in the last 5 days right here. It's moving up, which is good, but we're right at the edge. So I would be very cautious here. I would be very cautious here. Okay, just my 5 cents. Okay, but I see what you're getting at. I mean, this is looking good. This isn't, and by the way, the Volt is not necessarily at like negative 1200. This is just telling us that the broad market is not very bouncy, which means you got to rely more on volume and more on individual stocks, not on the broad market. Okay. But the mags are looking really good right now. The chip stocks are starting to come out of their gutter, and QQQ is not looking bad either, which is all bullish signs. All right. So today, what I want to do is I want to the first thing I want to do is let me just check something real quick. I want to check Apple. Yeah, Apple's starting to come up. Google, I really love right now. We liquidated it today. I should have held on a little longer. I wanted to liquidate it and buy it, and I still do. I want to buy it around here, the VWAP. But hindsight is always 2020. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. Meta almost at the 50-day moving average. That's very positive. Tesla, not here nor there, actually. This stock, I'm going to tell you something about this stock. It's got a little triangle going on here. Okay. So we may get a little tightness here. My point is, I want to go through some sectors right now, and then I'm going to pick your favorite stocks. We're going to be looking at daily charts, not swing trading charts. Matt, this is kind of what I was talking about. Are you still in?
Mm-hmm.
Be careful here, please. Okay. So, okay. All right. See how we bouncing off this line here? We may be coming down here. All right, so let's start with the sectors. I want to give you guys your sectors. Here, let's pull them all right here. I know you guys like when I do sectors. And then what you guys could do right now, if you'd like to, is give the stock you want me to review to Raleigh, because today is a day going to be for you guys. I'm going to pick your favorite stocks. I announced that this morning. And that way, here, let's just look at all the sectors real quick, okay? I'm going to just put this to the side and use this view because it's much clearer, obviously. Okay. All right, so let's start with XLE. XLE's coming up nicely, actually. We're nice little move up in energies. Very nice move up in energies. This is just, one day down, but overall, this very nice move in energies. Nice run pattern right here. Not the worst time. Volume is getting higher. A lot of high volume candles. I like this. I like this. Okay. I do like this. Pretty bullish on energies. Not the underlying commodity, the actual stocks. Okay. XLF financial. Financial's not looking good. It's actually below the 100-day. It's been going straight down after earnings, which means earnings didn't impress Wall Street very much, and we're almost at the 200-day. You're not going to get a blue chip rally. The Dow's not going to go much higher till this recovers. Okay, that I could tell you. Very choppy over here, coming up, and now below the 100 days. So not expecting too much out of. And again, if without this, it's going to be very hard for the overall market to rally. Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. XLU. XLU is very choppy. It's pinched between the 200 and the 50. There's really not much directional bias there. XLB is way overextended. As a matter of fact, I want to show you guys something. Show you this. I think you'll enjoy seeing this. This is the monthly chart on basic materials. The monthly chart. This is a 10-year chart right here. In 10 years, you see how many times we've been here? Once, twice, 3, 4, and 5. Do you see it going much higher than this in the last 10 years? No, you don't. Okay. Now, coincidentally, look where basic materials are right now. See that? Overextended. Let me just check something else. If you want to set this up for yourself, it doesn't cost anything. So in the last 10 years, this is the 200-day. We've been there here once, three times. Three times. But we could stay here for quite a while. Okay. Just be careful. We're getting really overextended. Okay. Really overextended on basic materials. Something you guys should pay attention to. Okay. Let's continue. Is this helpful to you guys? I don't have the chat open, but I wanted to know if this is helpful. Let me know if it is.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of good feedback and a ton of stocks.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, don't overload Raleigh, folks. We only have an hour, okay? XLK, this is tech. Now, this is very interesting because you do have a triangle here. And this triangle looks like it wants to break out. Okay, still needs to go a little tighter, but I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing here. And I like how these lows are getting higher. Okay. Now, if you can't see that, what I just drew, if you can't instantly see that, you need to get rid of all these wiggly, squirrely lines and start focusing on price action. There's a time and a place for everything. Okay. So let's look at XLP, consumer staples. This is interesting because consumer staples were in the crapper. They just started going up as a whole. And they're right now starting to get above this territory right here. Okay. So be careful. We're getting a little overextended in the short term on consumer staples, but this is a nice run. This is also pretty defensive. Okay. Notice financials are going down, consumer staples are going up. That's not a coincidence, folks. They're typically inverse. Okay. Continue. Next is XLI. XLI looks like it's doing what basic material is trying to do, and it's already on the way down. It's really consolidating. It's not really moving down here, I would say. I would say it's just consolidating, but there's not much directional bias in industrial right now. Just kind of choppy. Speaking of which, you have a lot of industrial stocks coming out with earnings end of the week this week. Okay. All right. Hopefully, I'm not going too fast and everybody can kind of catch on to what I'm saying. This is healthcare. Healthcare had a very nice trend line here, quite some time. Right here, this. Still holding this trend line pretty well. I like what I'm seeing here. It's not bad. I mean, it's kind of choppy. It's not really going anywhere. Got yourself this kind of a structure, but it's not looking bad. You know what I mean? It's not coming off or anything like that. That's healthcare. All right. Next we got real estate, XLRE, mostly commercial real estate. It's just very choppy. This is just all over the place. It doesn't really have a very good directional trend or anything like that. It's just, I can't get a read on this to save my life. All right. Next one, XLY, consumer discretionary, looking good, near all-time highs. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Above the 8-day EMA. Looks like it could be making another swing higher. SMH, right at the 8-day EMA, setting up for an A line right now. If this goes a little higher, like up to here, just above this, you have an A line. Remember, I drew this for you, and I told you once we break out, last week on Friday, I told you once we break out of here, we have an A line. Well, we're almost there. Almost there. Preferably above this level right here. 40, I would go long about 403.50. Let me put that here. A line breakout on SMH. All right. Put that for a week. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue. and give me stocks that are worthy of me looking at. Don't give me crappy stocks because I'm going to make fun of you if you give me. I'm going to make fun of you if you give me crappy stocks. This is XLC. XLC looks like it's breaking out very nicely. That's communication sector. That's very nice right now. I like what I'm seeing here quite a lot. This is very nice. Not that many crappy sectors, actually. XHB, maybe I spoke too soon. Real estate, the home builders, they don't look great at all. These are all high volume candles. There's a lot of activity around here. A lot of support, a lot of resistance, a lot of stuff here. I think we're going to come back right here. 25 cents. Retail, XRT. Retail usually goes with consumer discretionary. It's just sitting here right around the 15 and the 8. They haven't crossed yet. So I'm assuming this is just consolidation. I don't want to make more of it than it has to be. Edit. Is there a name for it? Can't I name it, Matt? These lines? Thought I was able to name them. Oh, label. Okay. Lower support. There we go. Lower support. Let me make this. Upper resistance. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right. That's all of them. So overall, they don't look that bad. Most of them are actually looking reasonable. A lot of consolidation, but at the same time, the SPY is moving higher, and overall, they're looking good. A lot of this is due to XLC, which is looking very nice today. By the way, Meta is in this sector, and Meta is looking very nice. The problem with Meta, you got the 200-day moving average here. So we got to wait for it to go above. Okay. Now I'm going to go through your favorite stock, and we're
ready for the lightning round.
Yeah, what about XBI? I think I talked about XBI. Didn't I talk to, biotech. I don't have biotech on my list, and I should actually. I usually just look at healthcare. I'll add biotech. You know what? That's not a worse thing to do, actually. Hold on. Let me add that. Hold on. Right. Okay.
So at this point in time, folks, I've collected 41 tickers, which is plenty for the analysis that we're going to do. Thank you very much. There were several duplicates in there, which is fine. So I've got to believe that most everything that you all want to have covered is covered. And as Roger said, the focus here is on large caps. And he's also hoping that you've selected, decent stocks.
Big time. If not, I'll be very upset. XBI actually looks fantastic. It does. Thanks for who gave it to me? Dads, thank you. It looks very good. Yeah, and I like SMH looks very good, but it needs a little more upside. This needs a little bit more upside. So let me just save this, and we're good to go. Okay, I saved it. I added. Thanks for that tip. Very, very good, Matt. I wouldn't overstay our welcome here. Seriously. Okay, let's start.
All right, Roger. So as I was just mentioning, I have 41 tickers on my list, and the first one was AMD.
AMD. Well, all right. Well, AMD's coming back fiercely. It's having a problem getting above this area right here, which is a big concern I have. We need to get above this area. I like what I'm seeing so far. I like this run up, but again, I need to see some clearance of this area. Overall, it's a great stock, so there's really no problem there. It's a good running stock. I'm just concerned that it can't break this area right here several times already. That's my main concern. Once we break this area, I'll be okay. Even if we pull back, I'll be okay.
All right.
Am I sharing my screen, everybody?
Yeah, of course you are.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
If
good.
anybody's having a problem, it's on your end.
Okay.
The screen is here. The next ticker, Roger, is LRCX.
Yeah, I was talking about this one earlier today. That's a very nice A line right now. Very nice A line. It's actually on my watch list. This one and this one. They're both nice A lines, and they're both on my watch list. Both really nice. Really, really nice.
All right.
Yeah, love it.
The,
Love it. Love them both.
the next ticker is TQQQ.
T what?
TQQQ. That's a new one to me.
It's a leverage,
triple
just a
leverage.
leveraged. It's just a leveraged Nasdaq. You're just looking at this. It's the same thing. We've already talked about that. That's not a stock. Let's continue.
I gotcha. Next one, Amazon, AMZ.
Yep. It's a little choppy. It's a little choppy and a little all over the place. I'd like to see a little better trend develop there. So I wouldn't be doing anything with Amazon as of right now. I'd need some volume. I need some price action. I'm not seeing anything great in Amazon.
Okay. Another big company, IBM.
This is great because I get a chance to look at some stocks. It's been really consolidating and chopped. It hasn't really been doing anything. I mean, you have no high probability shots here. I mean, if it breaks the 200 or maybe even this area, we could talk. It's making lower lows. I'm not bullish this stock, and I'm not really bearish this stock. I'm nothing this stock. But I could see myself getting bearish if it starts breaking down.
Okay.
A little
Lumen.
choppy.
Lumen, LUMN.
It's a nice stock overall. I'm very familiar with this stock. I like how it's consolidating here. The problem is it's making lower highs. So I'd wait for this stock to break this area and then use this. I'd wait for this to become support. I'd want this area to become support before I go long.
Okay. XOM.
So wait. So let me show you. This is important, actually, because this applies to everything I teach you. So look. Excuse me. So look, here's your resistance, right? Pow! Poom! Here, look. Pow! Oops. Pow! Poom! Pow! There you go. Right there. You break through, you come back, and then you buy right here.
Right.
See how this is resistance right now? See, it's resistance. This area is resistance. We want this to become support. We want to go pom, pom, pom. We want to buy right here.
Yep.
After it breaks. So just wanted to show you that. Okay, go ahead.
Excellent. The next one, Roger, is XOM.
XOM. Okay. It's a little. I like the stock. I would not say no to this. As a matter of fact, I probably want to be day trading this stock right now because it's so close to the upper bar. As long as volume is there, and it's not really there. But I wouldn't be swing trading the stock. I would want to wait for it to come back down here and like it's overextended. I'd want it to like come back somewhere around here. Where did it start moving from? From here? I would want it to kind of come back to this area, come back to earth, so to speak.
Okay.
But nothing wrong with it, just not right now.
Not right now. Yep.
Not right now. Yeah.
The next ticker, Roger.
One second. So far, a lot of the stocks you guys are picking are good. They're just not ready yet. That's all. So let's continue.
People are excited by the movement that they see there. The entry points, what we're looking at.
Right.
Next one is VLO.
VLO. Looks
Energies.
like it's and I mean, in light of the energies, I wouldn't be doing anything to this. Just it looks like a ball of consolidation. I would maybe want to short it right here for a quick scalp down to the 50-day if it starts breaking down all the way here. But no, you don't want to touch stocks like this. I mean, it's just like a bunch of chop. It moves and then it just chops. I want to see continuous movement like this. This is just garbage.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Next one is Avgo, Broadcom, AVGO.
AVGO is interesting. It's breaking down. I mean, I would want to probably sell this stock, right? It's got like a messed up head and shoulders pattern facing downside here. Look, you got your head, you got your shoulders, you got your neckline right here. You got your neckline like you got a crooked head and shoulders pattern here.
It's
see that? Do you see that?
Yeah.
So you got your shoulders, head. It looks like a breakdown. You got the 200 here. That's the only problem. You got the 200 here. Above that, you don't really have much, but you got 200. You got a lot of stuff here. I like it for a short if volume picks up to the 200, to the downside. Go ahead.
All right. The next ticker is FCX.
Wow. Whew. Talk about overextended. I
Could
like
have
the
something
stock.
to do with the price of gold.
Yeah, I like the stock a lot to day trade, not to swing trade. To day trade. It's got good volume and it's almost look how close we are to upper resistance. You see that? Upper resistance? That's why I wrote it here. Upper resistance. Okay? But I mean, this is great. I would be looking to take profit on these moves up right here. Or maybe day trade it, although it doesn't look great for a day trade and volumes coming off. I wouldn't be doing anything except taking profit on this stock. A little higher up, hopefully today, but that's about it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Roger, what do you think about these selections so far? Pretty good, huh?
Not bad at all. I mean, I'm not seeing anything crazy except for that the leverage
The TQQQ,
QQQ,
yep,
which is just not it's not a stock, it's an ETF.
right.
That's just a leveraged ETF. All
Next
right,
ticker.
so far not bad. Just again,
Not
and
bad at all,
remember,
yeah.
the market is not like beautiful right now either. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Go ahead.
So our next ticker is MCD.
MCD, McD's.
Oh, McDonald.
Now, overall, this is not the best quality stock to trade because it's choppy. I'm talking about overall, but it's setting up right now pretty good above the 50-day. I probably would want to look at this for a swing up to about 320. Again, it's really choppy, so I would be really careful with it. It's got a lot. See, again, look, ask yourself, throw a dart at a candle and ask yourself, how long will it take me to recover from that? And almost anywhere I look how, okay, I get in here, right? Look how much I have to go through to make money. I get in here. Look how much I have to go through. You see what I'm saying? It's not bad. It's just choppy. It's just choppy. But it made a higher high here than here. So technically, this is a good pullback. But I mean, look at this thing. I mean, by the way, when you see all the lines, the indicators, the moving average on top of each other like spaghetti, that means the stock is really choppy. So choppy, but I like the movement, but I don't like the quality of the stock right now. That's all. I mean, it's not bad. You could do a lot worse than this. Go ahead.
Okay, next one is FDX.
FedEx. Okay, now look how smooth this stock is, right? It's really smooth. I like this stock a lot. The problem with this stock is it had an A line right here. Right here is an A line. And then it lost it. And now we're looking to get it back, which means price has to get back above this level. And it's just kind of creating a base here. And if this just continues moving higher, we'll have another shot at the apple. But I would want to see price like above this area right here for another A line. It looks like it's an A line in the process, which could or could not develop. And we're not going to do anything till we're above this level. But look at the quality of this move. That's very nice. That's very attractive. Okay.
All right, next one, another energy stock, OXY.
This is interesting. It was basing out really well here, and now it's above the 200 moving average and the 100. Again, I'm not liking the stock, the characteristic of a stock, simply because I mean, look at this thing. But I understand what they're looking at. It's breaking out right now. You could probably use this as a swing to get up here, and then I'd be careful. But honestly, I'd be very cautious right now with this stock because you're barely above the 200. It's just consolidating here. See, a lot of the things you guys are showing me today are not technically in principle bad, but they're not going to give you that 80-85% edge. They're going to give you that 65-70%. To go to that 80-90, you have to pick specific kind of stocks and stocks that don't have this personality. And that's just the personality of a stock. That's all. Let's continue.
Okay, next one, WDC. Is that Western Digital?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Another stock on my watch list today. This is a nice stock. Okay. Same thing with STX. This is a nice stock. Those are two are on my watch list today. Look at that. If you get in trouble, how long does it take for rescue to come? Not that much. Look at how well it respects most of the movement here. This stock Works well with technicals. This is on my watch list right now as an A-line. I'm in love with this stock right now. This is very nice right now. This is like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. It's very nice, very nice. I can't tell you, I can't do better than you picking a stock that's on my watch list. So
That's true.
there you go. It's on my watch list.
All right.
So far, I think you guys picked KLAC or LRCX. That's
LRCX. Yep.
yeah, those are on my watch list. STX is on my watch list. This one is on my watch list, right next to STX. All right, let's continue.
All right. LC.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Nice trend. I mean, I'm not. It's not bad. It's not a 9.5, but it's not a 5 either. It's not bad, and it's got a great positioning. The structure of the stock is fantastic. Again, the quality of the stock is not that great. Look what happens every time it tries to have a good move. This is a very, very choppy stock. So you'd probably be better off swing trading it, but it's not a bad stock. It's just not a very. It doesn't have a great personality to it. That's all. But it's not a bad stock, and it's got a great positioning. But it's not a 9 or a 10. That's all. But I understand what you're looking at, and there's nothing wrong with this. Remember, I'm being really picky here, okay? Maybe a little too picky, but that's my job.
No, that's good. As you said, every
Yeah.
chart tells a story, and you're just reading what you're seeing. The next ticker, Roger, is NTR.
NTR. Again, I like this. This is a stock I would look to day trade if it had volume, which it does not. Looks like it's peaking out here. It's losing volume. Look, ever since this high volume candle, it's been kind of going up, but kind of sheepishly. It tried to really go up today to the overextended area, and it bounced back. This is a reversal hammer, and volume right now is struggling. So it's overextended. It needs to come down, and then we need to reevaluate it then. But it's not I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. I would day trade this if it had volume.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it this way. I'm not saying what the hell are you guys looking at? Okay, like we did,
Have not heard
ago.
that yet. And interestingly enough, Roger, all of these stocks, people are wondering about their bullish characteristics. Nobody's given us, a strong down stock to look at so far.
Yeah.
Next ticker, SNOW, SNOW.
This is an interesting one.
There we go. Yeah.
I mean, this is a bearish stock. It's below the 200. I would be looking to short this stock, but obviously not today. It's building a base here. I think once it breaks this level here, I would look for another leg down. Volume is low. Overall, nice look to the bearish side, but just not ready yet.
Okay, just on on cue, right? USAR.
USAR?
Mm-hmm.
The hell is that? This is an
That's
ETF.
a rare earth thing. Oh, that's an ETF.
Yeah, it's an ETF. I don't want to talk about ETFs. I want to talk about individual stocks.
All right. Okay, one that you already talked about a little bit, but that's Apple.
Apple is I mean, I love what it's doing right now, but overall it's in a pretty steep downtrend. And you got to overcome the 15, the 100 and the 50 and all of this to get up here. So, good luck, Apple. Good luck. I'm going to tell you something about Apple, and this has nothing to do with charts. By the way, I love the chart quality on Apple, and I would be looking to short Apple. But what I want, and the target would be right about the 200. And if Apple breaks 200, oy vey is what I'm going to tell you. Now, Apple, me and Richie and a couple of other folks were talking over the weekend. You guys know that the CEO is going to be leaving the company pretty soon, and Tim Cook. And a lot of people, or some people were saying, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I just want you guys to understand something. Apple literally, because of Steve Jobs, I'm not going to get into the reasons, but Apple literally pulled a rabbit out of its ass twice. Okay. It's hard to do that. In order for Apple to maintain its market cap, it literally has to create life-changing It has to continue making a life-changing business. It's not going to keep staying where it is because they make pretty iPhones or computers. They need to they need to invent something. They need to pull it. They need to do what Musk is promising to do, but they actually need to do it. Okay, because they're now based on cash, not future earnings. Okay, so it's not easy to do that. So let's be reasonable and understand that this company may be starting to sag a little bit, not because it's a bad company, because it needs to make so much money to stay on top that it's virtually impossible unless they literally pull a rabbit out of their ass.
Mhm.
And I don't know if they could do it 3 times in a row. I mean, they've done it twice. Usually a company does it once in their lifetime. They've already done it twice. I don't know if they could do it 3 times. And I'm not saying I don't know anything. I don't have any inside information. I'm just saying, generally speaking, it's not an easy thing to do. So let's not be so difficult on them. Okay, they've already done it twice. All right, sorry about that. Didn't mean to get into that. I was
No,
just thinking
it's a good point. My bet would be they're going to come up with an AI innovation that's
they need to come out
very
like
consumer centric. Yep.
they need to come out with like a flying plane for $5,000. I mean, they need to pull a rabbit out of their you know where. I mean, I don't care what it is, but they need to like change history again. Because that's what the expectations are. That's what they're priced at. You see. Anyways, let's continue.
Next one, NVDA.
Nvidia is as flat as a pancake. I mean, look at this thing. This is just random price action. Random price action will yield you random results. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, let's continue.
All right. RKLB. A lot of people ask this one.
Rocket Lab. Ooh,
Mhm.
Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab isn't doing anything. It's just sitting right at the 15. If you have Rocket Lab, you have to wait for it to break the close like deeply below the 15, which it's not doing right now. It's just kind of sitting at the 15. Like you want to see it. This can just consolidate. It's not doing anything right now. I love the stock, but it's just not doing anything right now. It hasn't done anything in 4 days or 5 days. It's just sitting there. All right, let's continue.
Okay,
Also,
keep
something in mind, folks. Always consider the ATR. You know, you look at a stock like this, you're like, oh my God, it's down $5. And then you look at the ATR, and the ATR is telling you that it moves about $7 a day. So it's not even one ATR today. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, that was the question that was asked earlier, Roger, is, where does the ATR factor into everything? And what about the RSI? Well, we know what RSI stands for, but
yeah, we don't use the RSI.
Yep. Okay, the next one, Dollar General. A lot of people asked about Dollar General.
That's on my watch list right now. That's one of my top stocks right now. A, it's a beautiful stock. B, it's an A-line right now. That's a nice stock and a nice A-line. The only problem is you don't have a lot of volume. Yeah. But that's a nice look right here. Mm-hmm. That's a classic A-line right there.
And
nice
on that volume point, a lot of people asking about those white bars. Those are high volume bars.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, this is a very nice looking, very attractive, very nice looking stock right now with a very nice. This is a 9.5 or 10. This is a beauty right here.
All right. Well, Roger, we've just gone through 22 tickers. Let's go for 23. ISRG.
Well, it's kind of sitting right at the 100, the 50, and it's just kind of sitting there. If this breaks, you got yourself a nice gap to green to the short side. I wouldn't be buying this stock long right now. I would just wait for a breakdown on volume is what I would do. And then I would issue a short. That's what I would do. Yeah, nice breakdown here. Just want to see it break below the 200 on volume, and you got yourself a nice short here.
All right. The next ticker is GILD.
Guild. Oh my. Beautiful day trading stock. And it has volume too. Very nice day trading stock. Very nice day trading stock. And that's all I can say. Day trading stock. Day trading stock. Good volume throughout the day. Ping to these bars. Nice day trading stock. And you look, the average daily range is $4, and today it's only up. It's only up 1/3 of that. So you still have some potential
Plenty of
upside here.
headroom. Yep.
Yeah. This is a nice day trading stock. Day trading stock. Swing trading, you want to get it closer to to here. So your stop loss, so you got something to lean on. Go ahead.
GLDG.
Ooh, oh my. Gold. Yeah, this is way overextended. I mean, look at this thing. Day trading, yes, but that's about it. This is getting to, a little ahead of itself. Perfect day trading stock for today. Perfect day trading stock. But that's the middle, beginning, and an end.
All right.
All right.
Next one, CPAT. CPAT.
CPAT?
Mm-hmm.
Not a ticker.
Okay. AMAT.
Applied
Applied
material.
material.
I was looking at this stock. It's actually looking really good here. I like how it hit the 8-day here, bottomed out. It's choppy, not doing anything, so you're not in a hurry, but I'd love to see this consolidate and start coming up and come up right here to this above this area right here, which would make it an A line. And I love this is a very nice trading action. Very predictable price activity. Yeah.
All right. Next one, LOGI. Is that Logitech?
Matt, you're out of it now, right?
Out and looking to get back in.
Okay. All right. Logitech looks like a very nice potential short to the downside. It tried to rally. It's got a great trend. It's below the 200. It's an A line to the downside. The only problem is it's up on the day. And I would wait for it to start coming a little bit more towards here, and I would think about shorting it aggressively. I like it. What can I tell you? I like it. I just want a little more of it to the downside before engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Just a hair more, because it's still up on the day. Sometimes when they go up like this, they'll just stay here. So I want a little more confirmation that this means business. And volume is actually picking up. So you got that. It's not bad. Not bad.
Okie doke. Next one is KG.
KG. What is this? Financial stock? It's just
financial services.
It's not doing anything. I mean, it's just dead. Looks like it looks like it's trying to make a round bottom, but I mean, I don't know how long that's going to last. Remember that chart that looked like an Italian boot?
Yes.
Doesn't this look just like it?
The Sicilian slipper. Yep.
Look at that. The boot, the heel, and then your toe box right here. Yeah, I don't trade stuff like that. You're gonna be very disappointed if you take trades like this. Go ahead.
The next one, NOW, now.
Now looks like it's having a nice pullback from this deep. See how the highs are getting lower and lower? Every peak is getting lower. That's a downtrend. That's a pullback to the downside. I mean, I wouldn't be looking to go long this stock unless it was breaking up here on volume. I would wait for the stock to cool off and start looking for pullbacks back to it, revert back to the downside is what I would be looking to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The next one, BE.
Haven't looked at this one in a while, although I've been hearing a lot of buzz about it. It's just consolidating near highs. It's a pretty good looking stock. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just choppy right now. It's not doing anything, but once it gets back up here, it may be. I mean, it's not a bad look. Just needs a little more oomph to it.
Okie doke.
You guys are definitely picking better stocks.
Yeah.
Matt, I hope you didn't get in yet.
Nope.
Okay, good. I got to keep an eye on him.
The next ticker, Microsoft, MSFT.
Yeah, I wanted to look at Microsoft. So Microsoft looks like it's pulling back. Here's your problem with Microsoft. Look. Here's the problem. So you got this area to overcome. Then you got this area to overcome. So would I be looking to buy I wouldn't do anything on Microsoft right now except maybe day trade it to the upside till the 50 if volume was amazing, and it's not. It's losing volume as the day continues. But as far as a short, it's a no man's land right now. It's too early to go long, except that unless you're scalping this thing, and then you don't have the volume for that, and you can't go short. So you're kind of in no man's land right now with Microsoft.
You bet. And several people posting here. It's got earnings in a couple of days also.
And then that just adds even more to that equation. 1 second, I just got to check on something because I want to buy Google at the VWAP, and I'm waiting for it to come back. And in case you guys haven't, this is another beautiful stock right here. That's an A line right now, right here on Google. Okay, sorry. I figured I'll give you one on the house. Okay.
The next ticker, ORD.
Say that again.
ORD.
ORD. Nah, that's why I asked you to repeat it. I know my tickers, and then I don't know that.
It's either that or the symbol for the Chicago airport. Okay. LOW, Lowe's.
LOW. Okay, that's an interesting one. It looks great. It's got a good uptrend. It's resting right here. The only thing, it's not really doing anything right now, and that's the problem. It's not doing anything right now. And see, I don't like to buy stocks that are not doing anything. So I would add this to my watch list, and I would keep an eye on it. But overall, I understand what they're looking at. They're looking at a trend above the. It's very wicky, so you don't want to day trade this. Got a lot of wicks. You got a lot of resistance right here. I would wait for the stock to set up. It's not really set up right now. I would wait for it to set up. This is just randomness right here.
Yeah, and interesting. We're looking at Lowe's right now because the next ticker was HD, Home Depot, so we can compare them side by side.
HD looks better. HD looks like it's starting to come up. It's got a little more of a woomph to it. Volume is not great. Looks like it made a base here with a higher low. It looks like it's recovering and starting to come back up. The problem here is this. You have a big liquidity pocket right here. It has to overcome this. Once this becomes support and not resistance, I think you're going to have a really nice move here. So I would keep watching this and seeing how it reacts around the 393, 395 area. And wait and see a consolidation on top of this area. And then I think you're going to see a nice move. So I would add this to my watch list, and I would keep an eye on this.
All right. Roger, SIU.
SIU, not a ticker symbol.
Okay.
Maybe SIV. No. Don't have anything there either.
Okay.
About SLU.
What?
About SLU.
SLU?
No, it's not a ticker either. Sorry.
Nope. Okay. GLW.
Oh, that's a good one. That's one of my favorite stocks, actually. See, it wasn't on my radar till right now, this is one of the reasons I do this. I get to this is good. It looks like it's building a nice structure here. The volume is not great, but I like where it's going, and I would definitely add this to my watch list. I like this stock. Nice, very nice. You don't really have much till right here. Once it gets past this, you got a lot. And you can't really say it's a head and shoulders because it never broke this neck. You got a head and shoulders here, but it never broke this neckline. And quite opposite, it went back up. So I like what I'm seeing here. I like it. I like this candle. I like what I'm seeing. I'd want it maybe another couple of days and a little more volume, and I think we're going to get liftoff here.
All right. UNH.
UNH
United
just broke
Health.
the 200 to the upside. Looks like it's it really wants to recover. It needs to get above this area right here. Right here. We need to get above 384 just to really start moving higher on volume, which we're really not seeing. So I think I would just kind of hold off on this and
yeah, also earnings coming up on that one too.
Yeah, I would hold off on this one for now.
Yeah, and folks, we're not taking earnings into consideration in this analysis,
Yes,
So
we're not.
factor that in.
This is that shoe. Remember that Italian shoe? Look, you got another shoe. Every time I see a shoe, it just means we don't need to do anything.
Shoo away.
The shoe.
Yes.
Hit him with a shoe.
So Roger, it is 12:55. How many more would you like me to feed you? Because
Let's
right
do
now,
5 more. Let's do
five more. Great.
Yes.
That will give us 43. All right. SHLD.
Let me just take my jacket off. It's getting a little warm in here.
I wish.
Sorry. We're doing a lot of work here. So okay. I just got a new fridge in this office, so Matt doesn't have to go far to get me my my drinks.
Okay.
My wife and I.
SHLD.
Yeah. Say it again.
SHLD.
SHLD. That's a global defense. It's an ETF. That's an ETF, and I don't want to get into ETFs. Although this one looks fantastic. It's got high volume everywhere. This is very nice. Yesterday, I would have been tempted to buy it, actually. Not today, but yesterday. But it looks good. It really does. Yeah. Can't say anything bad about it.
All right. CNQ.
Huh. A little choppy, but nice move. Kind of looks like it's very choppy and it's overextended. So it needs to either get really high volume so we can day trade it, which I'm not seeing, or it needs to kind of cool off and build a base. It's very sporadic. It's not very what's the word I'm looking for? It's not deep. It's not predictable. It's not a predictable looking. It's very all over the place, and that's dangerous when you're trying to do what I'm trying to do. Go ahead.
Okay. Marvell. MRVL.
Yeah. Not doing anything, just chopping around. And this stock really, like, it can move. It's doing nothing. I mean, nothing. This, I wouldn't touch it with your money right now.
GGB.
Very nice trend. Very nice trend. Very nice. The quality of a stock is very nice. Starting to get a little up there, but honestly, I'm looking to say bad things about it, and I can't. That's a good sign. It's nice, clean trend, breaking out. You could do a lot worse than this stock. My only concern is I'd really like it right here, off the 8-day, and not up here. And it's very cheap, so I wouldn't be day trading this. I like this stock. It's just a very low cost stock, but you got to be careful with it. But it looks like it wants to come back. Just be careful with this thing, and it's a little overextended right now. And it's not. You're not going to get any institutional sponsorship. It's a little too cheap, so you got to really be careful with this stock. Go ahead.
All right, Roger. We have 2 more on the list. Big ones. Baba.
Yes.
BABA.
Baba is very choppy right now. It doesn't have a clear trend. It's coming down to the 8-day, but it's got this and this. It's making me a little nervous. A little too gappy right now. Too choppy. Volume is sporadic. Again, too unpredictable for my taste.
Mm-hmm. And you, Roger, just a quick comment here. What I love, you can tell these things within a split second.
Yes.
And that's where we would all like to be.
Yes. As you could see, I could tell them within a split second. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the last one on the list here, this would be the 45th one we've done today, Palantir, PLTR.
Good way to end the day. Palantir, which usually is a great stock, look at that, is just, you know what it reminds me of? Marvell. Marvell was a great stock all year, and all of a sudden it's just like, I can't make heads or tails out of it. We're pinched between moving averages. It's not really going in. I mean, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing to. This is just garbage price action right now. And same thing on Marvell. See that?
Yes.
Just garbage. Nothing. You're not going to get any. There's no high probability here. Like, look at this. Look at that. Okay. Look how gently it's coming back up, turning around. It's predictable. It's predictable. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do with this thing.
Exactly.
So again, I'm trying to give you a realistic view of of all of this stuff. And I'm hoping that this was helpful to you, to all of you guys.
Well, Roger, we did this, I guess, was it 4 or 5 weeks ago, and we were impressed with the quality of the tickers that people gave us, and that carried over into today. And I just want to review for everybody that 3 that you picked out were on Roger's watch list: the LRCX, WDC, and Dollar General DG. And you also like GLW a lot when you analyzed it. So
Yes.
excellent job all the way around. And I hope everybody here picked up through this session how consistent Roger is and how he looks at each one of these stocks. Roger, you didn't introduce a new variable on everything that you were looking at. You bring up the chart, you look specifically at the moving averages, you look for overextensions, you look for smooth moves. I mean, I think it was very popular. People have loved this, and I think maybe once a month this would be something that would be great to do.
I'm all in on it. It sounds really, really good. Really, really good. I love it. I love it. Oh, I see David is here.
Yes,
Hello.
David is here, and
I've
David's
been taking
great.
notes for an hour.
David, it's
Well,
great to see you, folks. I am going to be bowing out at this point in time. I'm going to remain in the background and answer questions and things, but I'm going to turn over the moderation reins to David. David, thank you for stepping in today, my friend.
Yeah, of
and
course.
and David, I'm going to just for literally 30 seconds step to the little boys' room, and I'll be right back, and then we'll begin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, folks, while Roger does his business there, we're going to be talking about his 2026 trading game plan, what he feels is the best way to go about trading for the rest of the year. He's got a new tool to help figure out which strategies to use in which market conditions. And that's so super helpful because, Roger has a bazillion strategies in his brain, but he's given us, a dozen different programs to follow and a dozen different strategies to use on a regular basis. And sometimes it's hard to figure out which one do I pay attention
Right.
to,
Mhm.
right? Which one is best today? I only have X number of dollars available in my account. Which program should I put it in? Which trade is best to take today? He's got a whole new way of figuring that out and looking at how do we even figure out like what makes something the best strategy to take today and what makes something better today and worse tomorrow, or better, what makes A better than B today and maybe the inverse tomorrow. So he's got all that in store for us in this presentation today, and I'm happy to be here to help him go through that and present that to all of you. And
Yeah,
I
outstanding.
know,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
go ahead,
David.
Ron.
Yep.
Go
I
ahead,
was going
Ron.
to say I have been through this presentation before, and it's incredible. And as you said, Roger, to his great credit, has created a number of ways to attack the markets, and these are not overlapping strategies by any stretch. And so he's kind of just sliced and diced. There's ways to do things, and it really depends on what the trader is looking to do. What's his time? How does he want to spend his time? What does he want to do with trading? Is he full time? Is he part time? And in this particular case, I think, Roger, you're addressing head on. Okay, you want to be a full time professional trader? This is what you need. And with that, folks, I'm going to fade into the background. I'll catch you later.
All
Feel
right,
better,
thanks,
Raleigh.
Raleigh. Yeah. Well, what's really great about this, sometimes we get asked all the time, well, what's the best trading strategy you guys have? And there's no such thing as a single best trading strategy every day, 365 days a year. There's a different answer based on your own personal trading preferences, but then also based on what's happening in the market. Like even if you take personal preference out of it, you take budget out of it, um, what's happening in the market today may look very different from what's happening in the market tomorrow or a week from now or a month from now. And so what Roger has put together is a way to first answer the question, how do we even determine, how do we define what's the best strategy? And then also, okay, now that we have a definition for best strategy, how do we identify the best strategy amongst all the strategies that we have? So real excited to be here and using this kind of outline of defining the best strategy to use and identifying the best strategy is what Roger feels is the best way to go forward in 2026. So this is part of his game plan for 2026.
Just a quick note, folks. The YouTube stream will be ending and we'll be moving over to the Zoom room. I posted the link. So if you want to stay on and not get cut off, gotta hit the link. Join us in the Zoom room.
That's the most
Thanks.
he said today.
Oh, I've been really busy.
I know. I'm messing around with
Making
you.
money
You know,
today.